Hey friends, Allison Ramirez here, Christian author, editor, and content creator. I am back after several weeks off from video content. Oh my goodness, the past 6 weeks, ever since we started this year from January 1st all the way till like February 14th, has been so busy. And I don't say busy necessarily in a good way. Yes, I was busy with so many amazing projects and opportunities, and I'll get into everything I've been doing the past 6 weeks, but I realized that inner peace and that inner stillness that I try so hard to maintain and cultivate was really threatened throughout the 6 weeks. And I think that is the balance, right? That is so hard for Christian creatives because there are so many amazing things that we can get pulled into, that we can pursue, that we can be a part of, but knowing how to say no even to good things, because ultimately God is the best good thing. And if we're losing sight of him, if we're not making time to pray, if we're not taking time to just sit in silence, if we feel like we're just racing like mad fools from one thing to the next, then that's likely a sign that our schedules are just too busy and too full. And I really struggle with this because everything I'm doing, I feel like has a purpose and a mission and is making a difference. But even then, you can only fill so much into a 24-hour day. And I have my small business, Trinity Tree Publishing, all about helping Christian authors self-publish their books. But I also work part-time as the front desk receptionist at my local parish. That's a 25-hour-a-week job. So that already cuts my time in half on what I'm able to do for my small business each week. I love my job at the parish, love the staff that I work with, and love all the opportunities I have to connect with parishioners. It gets me away from just being isolated at home all day long, but I get to be at the parish, in the office, running around doing things there. So yeah, I just wanted to go into talking with you about why the past 6 weeks were so busy, what they were busy with. But to begin, I just want to let you know that you are in my prayers, and I really appreciate you tuning into my content and watching these videos, and I hope that you get something helpful from them. And feel free to comment below what's helpful about this video, or if you can relate to anything I am going to share today. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so to start off, everything that is part of my business was just on overdrive these past 6 weeks, namely my editing projects, which is the bulk of my small business work. On average, I usually in the past was doing like 2 to 4 projects a month. In January, I had 7 different editing projects, which was insane. Yeah, thanks be to God, I was able to get through all of them and really devote the time that I needed to, but it was too much. And I thought that I could take on as many as 2 editing projects a week. I realized 1 project is more my speed for a total of 4 projects a month for my capacity. Unless if the project is really small, like a short story or even like a novelette length work, that I could probably take on a second. But yeah, I don't know, trying to do 2 editing projects a week was just too much. Because as it is, I go to my day job at the parish. That's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So a good bulk of my day is already gone. By the time I get home, it's 3:30. And then I have a good 4 hours, usually 3:30 to 7:30 is when I really try to devote to my small business. So yeah, it's a lot. I'm working more than 8-hour days, and I love everything I do though. I really enjoy it, but it's just not sustainable. And I was really burning out mid-February, which is why I wanted to sit down and create this video. And as we move into Lent as well, I'm really going to be trying for Lent to really be off social media, not watch TV shows anymore, and not listen to music, because those are sometimes suckers for me, for sure. But besides editing projects, I filmed a brand new webinar that is available on my author newsletter. It is totally for free. If you sign up, it's my lead magnet, my incentive to sign up for my author newsletter, which is Trinity Tree Authors. And just by signing up for free, you get the 30-minute webinar that I have created all about the transcendentals, which are truth, goodness, and beauty for the self-publishing author. So I worked on that. I also wrote a brand new short story. I have not written a short story in a while, but it's actually related to my fiction series, The Divided Kingdom. The short story is called Even Unto Death. It's about, I think, 10 or 12 pages, and it follows two of my characters from the main Divided Kingdom trilogy. That is also the incentive I've created for those who subscribe to my other newsletter, which is Trinity Tree Books, which is all about book recommendations I have and things that I'm writing. In addition to that, I also created a mini devotional that walks you through the 4 larger devotional books in my Rosary Invitation series. So I 3 lead magnets for my 2 newsletters. I worked on those. And then I had 2 lovely authors who I interviewed on my podcast, The Work of Thy Hands. And I filmed 1 official video in January, which was my January content creation video, which I'll put up on the screen right here. And if that wasn't enough, I was preparing to publish my 6th book, which I officially published on February 11th, the Feast of Our Lady of Lourdes. This book is called Blossom as Saints, and it's on the glorious mysteries of the Rosary for a larger theme of awe and wonder. So yeah, I was getting ready to release a book, working on so many editing projects, working on all these incentives for my newsletters, and probably the top highlight of my month of January was that I was part of the Catholic Writers Guild online conference. I think this is my 5th year participating, 4th or 5th year, and I was a presenter, a panelist specifically, with 3 other lovely authors talking all about what to do when your story isn't working. And then I was also a moderator, which was basically a facilitator for several other presenters throughout the weekend. That was so much fun. And then to top it off, the following week, I created a 30-minute presentation all about self-publishing as a Christian author and presented that through the Catholic Writers Guild for a special one-off night called Ask an Expert. And I had 25 authors attend that live to ask me questions about the self-publishing process, and I went through my presentation. It was amazing, but also a little bit too much for me. Thankfully, I don't have any conferences or events happening for the next month or 2 at least. But that was largely what I was up to these past couple weeks. And of course, I had several meetings. I'm a committee coordinator for the Catholic Writers Guild, so I attend some of those meetings. I'm also a part-time writing coach with Santa Clara University, and the students I mentor are starting their 2nd semester into the new year. So I had begun working with them again, and it was just, yeah, so many things happening all at once. And my next event I'm going to be a part of is actually the Christian Business Coaching Summit, which is happening May 5th through May 6th. So mark your calendars. I'm going to be one of the presenters putting together an exclusive video content all about the business of book publishing. And I'm going to be creating a handout called My Top 10 Tips for Self-Publishing Your Dream Book in 2026. So this is a conference that's actually totally for free, this summit. These things I just mentioned, the video and the handout. For the first 48 hours over those 2 days, the 5th and the 6th, you can access my content as well as 20 or 30 other Christian business owners and their content. After that 48 hours, however, the content becomes paid, meaning if you want to continue to revisit the content, save it for future use, you can upgrade to the VIP paid bundle, which is actually pretty reasonable. I think it's only $45 to do that. And of course, you get access to 30 plus videos and various handouts on all things being a Christian business owner. And then for me specifically, I'm offering to those who upgrade to the paid access after the 2 days of the summit, will be getting access to my resource library, which is constantly growing. It has over 10 resources right now of helpful handouts and digital download content for you as a Christian author. So yeah, mark your calendars for that, May 5th to May 6th for that Christian Business Summit. And I'll put the link below. I don't think registrations are open yet, but you can at least bookmark it and keep it on your radar. Oh, and I should also mention that if you decide after those 2 days of the summit you want to bump up to continue having access to all that content and pay the VIP, I get an affiliate cut from that. A good portion of that money would actually go directly back to me in supporting the work that I'm doing with Trinity Tree Publishing and helping Christian authors get more true, good, and beautiful books into the world. I also want to remind you too that my other affiliate, which you may have heard of before if you've been around a while on my channel, is Gemsy. Gemsy is a book review site. You can upload your books to it and be exposed to all these other authors who are looking for books to read and review. You pay a monthly or annual membership fee to have your books featured in the community and then you can actually go and read a bunch of books for free and leave reviews, and others can do the same. I actually have a affiliate code that gets you a discount on the membership. It's a 30% off discount on either the monthly or annual memberships of Gemsy. I'll also link the other videos I've done in the past if you are interested in checking that out, if you're looking to gain more book reviews for your books. So I think that's everything. And at the time of my filming this, my husband and I are on the verge of getting the keys to our new home that we are going to be able to move into in the middle of February. So that is going to be a busy and exciting time. And of course, Lent is right around the corner. If you want to check out my new book, Blossom as Saints, which is the fourth and final Rosary devotional in my Rosary Invitation series, I'm going to put the link below too in the show notes. And if you are looking for an editor, I am taking clients into March and April. I'm booking out at this point. So if you're interested in that, also check the show notes for the link to my editing services on my website. Again, know that you're in my prayers. Know that I'm rooting for you as a Christian author or as a small business owner, that you're not in this alone. And if you ever want to reach out to me, I would love to hear from you and see if there's any ways I can help you grow in the ministry the Lord has called you to. Yes, it's okay to cut out good things. For me, I largely cut out my podcast. Not like I'm not deleting it or anything, but I'm probably not going to be recording any new episodes for the foreseeable future, just because, again, that was just so much on my plate to worry about. YouTube, I'm not planning to record any content for the 40 days of Lent besides these pre-recorded videos, so we will see how that goes as well. Yeah, and really just trying to focus on my writing. I'm working on the third and final book now in my fiction trilogy, The Return, that I am hoping to publish in September of this year, maybe even with a Kickstarter campaign. We will see how that goes. So working on my own writing, whatever season you're in, really prioritize what's most important. For me, it's the writing and the editing and my other job at the parish. So again, I know that you're in my prayers. Thanks so much for tuning into this video, and really invite the Lord into prayer and discernment on how full your plate can realistically be for you to maintain your peace. And closeness with Him. All right, bye for now. God bless you guys.